Very good afternoon and welcome to our Big Brother Hotshots Hangout. It is a Monday and that means we are hanging out with some of the Hotshots who were evicted from the house. The first one hanging out with us today is lovely Samantha, or Sam. How are you, Sam?
I'm very good actually. I'm very good. Hi guys.
Everyone is watching. Africa is watching. Africa's been watching as well.
Yeah, apparently. Hi Africa and thank you Africa.
So we were talking about this off air. Talking about your intuition. You kind of knew that this was coming.
I did. The moment Ife became head of house, I knew she was going to put me up. And the reason for that was, when I was head of house, I put up Ella. But after the live eviction, Ife came to me and she hugged me and she was like, "Thank you so much, Sam. I thought you were going to put me up." And I thought, why would you think that unless you either saw me as a threat or there's some underlying issue that I'm not aware of? So since that day, I'd watch her as much as we were speaking and we were friends, but I knew. And then I made another mistake. When I got the cup, for whatever reason, I'd said to Biggie, because he asked me the previous week, if you got a cup, what would you do? So I said I wouldn't want to take it into the house because I really realized it causes in the house. But I made the mistake of taking the cup in the house before she had to put up someone.
Yeah.
And I remember looking at her face, and it completely changed when she looked at the cup, and I knew.
Sure.
That was the situation.
That's intense.
I know.
That's intense.
And they didn't believe me because I said to Ntlantla and JJ then, like the whole week, I said she put me up. And Ntlantla was like, that would be the stupidest thing she ever does. And I was like, but I know. And I said to 26 as well, she put me up. And he's like, no, I don't think so. I know.
Okay, well, we're going to talk about how Sam feels about it at the end of the hangout. So if you want to know how she feels about Sipe, then stay tuned. But for now, let's get going with our questions from, let's go to Kenya. Frida, are you there?
Yes, I am. Let's get right to business. Samantha, between Idris and JJ, which one? You seem to have a soft spot for both. So which one is it?
I do, Shame. I love them both. I do. But if I had to date anyone between the two of them, I would go for Idris. For a simple reason, he makes me laugh. He really makes me laugh. Like, I think we had a lot of moments either laughing at people or silly things that happens, or we just come up with our own stupid things to laugh about. And that makes me very happy. Like I always say, like if I laugh, I'm happy, and anything else doesn't matter. So I love him. I really, if I had to choose someone to win, it would be between Planta, Idris, and JJ.
Okay.
Either one of them, I'll be happy.
It's interesting to see all the housemates come out and pick their favorite housemate to win the show.
Yeah.
And yeah, JJ seems to be featuring quite a lot in that list of housemates. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Nosa, let's go to you.
So, Samantha, did you have any strategy going into the house?
You know what? I actually didn't, and I think maybe that was a big mistake because what I had depended on was my personality in general. I'm normally the person that everyone confides in. I am normally the person that gets along with everyone. So I figured that would work for me, and it did. That is why I was always in the team that lost the immunity task, the extravaganza task, but I was never put up for nomination. At no point was I ever put up for nomination because of the fact that I got along with everyone. But another thing that I feel now counted against me was I was very, I'm not going to say strategic, but as much as I laughed when I wanted to laugh, I slept when I wanted to sleep, I talked to whoever I wanted to talk at any point in time. I was very strategic with how I go about resolving conflict in the house. That I didn't do according to the way I would normally, because it was literally like, and also the housemates, they influence a lot of your thinking. A lot of the things that I would really feel like I'm about to flip, Idris will keep me back and say, no, Sam, just don't. Like with Tayo, there were so many times where I felt like I need to tell this guy where to get off. And then they were like, no, just don't. So it was like the housemates, and that is why I feel like the house was very boring to a certain extent, because it was literally like we in a house where it's who's going to break first type of thing. So everyone's trying to keep them composure at all times. Everyone's trying to be in control of their emotions at all times, which is not the situation. And I had succumbed to that as well. Like I gave into that as well. I let that influence my way of resolving conflict. in the house.
But don't you think that would have kind of played against you then, in a sense? Because if you were real, like maybe Tyler's keeping it real because he is confrontational and he is, he's prodding everyone and he's kind of testing you all. So do you think if you were to a point a lot more honest, you would have got further, maybe into the final and taken the money?
That's what I'm thinking now, because what I had actually heard yesterday, when I come out of the house, I think it was Coquette or someone had said to me that people, a lot of Marky 2 was speaking to Sipe, and Sipe had mentioned the fact that I've always been in the nomination pool, but I've never been put up for nomination. And Marky's response to that was, but what is there about Sam to put up for? She doesn't have any beef with anyone. My sister was saying, so people in a lot of ways saw you as being too perfect type of thing, even though you were very honest. So the one way I feel like people would have seen me as being more real is if I had resolved conflicts the way I would normally do, and not have listened to people trying to keep me from addressing Tayo, because that's how I would normally resolve my issues. I would address the issue and say to you, you know what, I don't like what you're doing, and then you bring it up again and I'll do the same thing. If you do it again, then clearly you're trying to piss me off, and then I'll flip. So I didn't do that. I was always stopped from getting to that point, and I think that would have given Africa a different side to who Samantha really is as well.
Well, if there's another Big Brother, then we're going to have to bring you back because we'd love to see that side. Mo and Sipalila, let's go to you guys.
Hi, Sam. I just wanted to ask, what did you learn about yourself in the house?
You know, when I went into the house, I really thought I was the most patient person. But you never too patient for the Big Brother house. You never too patient. So I learned to be a bit more patient, but then I think that's also very contradicting to the fact that I needed to express myself more in terms of when I have conflict with people. But I think patience is always a good thing. So that was probably what.
Housemates,
Yeah, I promise you, especially at the beginning, you really need to be very patient, because at any point in time, people would literally, that's what they do. They just try and poke you. Because everyone has their own strategy of going about doing things, and like I said, my strategy was probably the fact that I thought I would just be myself, eliminating the way I resolve conflict outside. Because housemates inside, like in the house, we under the impression that you need to keep your composure, do not lose it. At any point in time, do not lose it. And I think that's what people want to see. They want to relate to the fact that I get angry at stupid things, or I would want to not speak to you. Like, Ty and I had a bit of a fallout when I pointed out the fact that he's always speaking at people and bullying people. And the moment you address the issue, then he spins it around. No, that's not what I'm trying to say. So I said that to him, and I said to him, stop doing that. Stop thinking that people are stupid, because I'm not stupid. If you want to tell me something straight. Do not do this. And then later on, if I bring it up, then you want to tell me, no, that's not what I tried to say. When I brought that up, and then he defended himself, and he said, no. So I didn't speak to him for 3 days. We literally just walked past each other. I did not speak to him. The only time I actually spoke to him was when 2-6, they were sitting in the kitchen and they had a bit of a fallout. Him and Ella were having some issue with how Africa votes type of thing. And 2-6 was like, do you want to break this up, please? And then I went and I was like, you know what, Tayo's right about certain things. And then we started speaking. But in all honesty, he is a bully and he provokes people, and I think people like that. Of times where I felt like I needed to tell him to get off. But I think he also knew that he should not cross a certain line when he came to me. Yeah. So I wouldn't take his shit.
Well, then he's playing it very well. He's playing it very strategically.
Very well, and I said that. I remember when Big Ed asked me about it, I said I need to congratulate Tayo for the way he's playing his game. Because I realized at the beginning of the game that because it never came to me with trying to hit my buttons, I just left it until it came to me. But he's playing a very good game. But he's also playing a very dirty game.
Exactly. Frida, let's go back to you. Frida, you with us? I think Frida's frozen. Also, let's go back to you.
Okay, so about the tire thing again. Nigerians on social media seem to think you had it in for Tayo. Is that true?
I had a thing for Tayo. That is news to me. No,
you had it in for Tayo. Not a thing, but like you had it in for time.
Oh, you had it in.
You had it in
I
for time. You wanted to like.
I did, and I'm being honest because at the beginning time I were friends, and I let a lot of things pass with the way he would speak to people, and the fact that he feels that he can poke you, but the moment you poke back, then he gets sensitive. Yeah, then he gets very sensitive with the issue. And Taya was more a girl than any other person in the house. He cried more than any girl in that house. But it's because of issues that he brings up. He'll poke you, and the moment you say something, then it's like, oh yeah, but people are ganging up on me. No, it's like if you guys saw that whole drumming issue, I was like, the nerve of this guy. He comes, beats the drum in my ear, moves it around to Marky 2, moves it around to Infanta, making a noise, and he was beating it outside. So we had closed the bedroom door. The fact that he closed the door, treating me, you making a noise. So he feels the need to come inside and do that. So when he went to bed, Marky decided to do the same thing to him, a prank. He blew up. He blew up. He was like, why would Marky do that, blah, blah. I was thinking, are you even listening to yourself? You did the exact same thing to fight, and we didn't say anything. Now that someone did it to you, it's a problem. How does that become a problem? So that's the problem I had with Tayo, the fact that he felt he can push you, but the moment you push it back, he'll either defend his case, knowing full well that what you're saying is true, and then become very sensitive. And I mean, how many times did Tayo apologize in that house? He was always apologizing to someone. He always did something to someone. And that's why I got angry with myself now, thinking I should have told this guy off a long time ago.
Okay, Mo and Sipilile, let's go back to you, Mo. You got a question for Sam?
Yeah. Hi, Sam. What did you miss most about being away? And do you think that it might have somehow influenced how you played the game? Like missing home?
No, you know what? That's actually the funny thing. I'm very, once I've set my mind on doing something, I always block out everything else. And the weirdest thing happens when you get into the house. Like, we didn't dream. For the first couple of weeks, you don't have any dreams. You can literally not even think. Like, you know, when you're at home, you think of, I need to do this, I need to do that. You really cannot think. So I did not think of my family, and I was very focused on the situation that I'm in at that moment in time. But also what made it very real to me that I was going to come out this week was the fact that from Monday I started thinking about my sisters and my brother a lot, which is something that I've never done like before. Maybe, yeah.
Okay. Frida, let's see if you are back with us. Frida? No, Frida. Okay, no, so one more question from you.
Okay. What's next for
Can you hear me?
Samantha?
We'll come back to you, Frida.
Okay, my question to you, Samantha, is what should we expect from you now that you're out of the house? Any projects that you want to work on? Music,
yes.
like, what are you up to?
Yes, definitely. Before I had actually gotten into the house, I was working with a publishing company in the States. And I'm a developing songwriter and a singer. So the plan was for me to obviously write as many songs as possible because I'm a songwriter, but also to drop my single and then work on my album. But then the whole Big Brother thing came. So, which was really great for me because it really increased my following, which is amazing. So now that I'm out of the house, I can really focus on that. I can focus on my music. And I would really love, Davido, if you're listening, I would love to work with Davido. I would love to work with Dibanj, aka Deleuze, Beatenberg, I love them. There's so many artists that I would really love to work with.
Then you know what you need to do. You need to be coming to the Channel Video Music Awards happening very soon because Dibanj, all of them are hopefully going to be joining us for the awards. So you need to come and network. Louis is already coming as well. So you guys can just hang out on the red carpet. You can pose, you can hang out.
That will be amazing.
How's that for an idea?
No, definitely. I will be there.
Good
I will
stuff.
definitely be there.
Okay, so just in closing, we have to wrap it up. How do you feel about CPID?
You know what? I'm not going to hold it against her. I'm not going to do that because at the end of the day, it is a game. And that's something that I always mention, so I cannot be upset with her because of what she did. I do, however, feel that when I had the opportunity to put her up, I should have done the exact same thing. But I looked past the fact that I thought she has an issue with me. But she just confirmed it when she mentioned the fact that she thought I was going to put her up, and then obviously she did it when it was her turn to put up someone. So I don't have anything against her. At the end of the day, it is a game. You need to play the best where you can, and yeah, that's it.
Okay, nice. Share your social handle media profiles with us so that we can put them all out there for everyone to follow you.
Do you know what, guys? Like, okay, at least my Facebook I remember. If I get confused, I will go onto my social networks and I will let you guys know. But my Facebook is Samantha Jansen on Facebook. My surname is spelled Jansen. So here's the problem now. Instagram. Instagram is either SAMEE17JAY.
Wow. We've got to change that name.
I know. And then my Twitter is Samantha, full name, JAY17 or 17JAY. I can't remember.
Here's an idea. Add her on Facebook, and she will update you on the rest of the social handles from there.
Yes,
very simple.
Definitely. Thank you so much.
Remind us again, Samantha Jansen.
Samantha Jansen. That's it. On Facebook, Samantha Jansen.
Awesome. Thank you so much for entertaining us over the last couple of weeks. It's been awesome. We look forward to seeing you at the Channel Video Music Awards. And don't forget, we have another hangout happening in just a few minutes' time. Mr. Mackie265 is coming through. Don't forget as well, you can go and visit the official Big Brother website. It's Big Brother Africa, official bigbbrotherafrica.dstv.com. And all the news, highlights, videos, all of that is hanging out there. We will catch you very soon.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you, guys.
Bye.